Whew. A delicious soda. Shit, I have to pop out chat. More like poop. Out chat. Yay. Hello, Master Stubbs. Hello there, Master Nate. Anyways, greetings and salutations. My name is Comic Fire, and welcome to the grand finale of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Blue Rescue Team. And in this one, look at all these legendaries we've beat. Nah. I was gonna say we're gonna fill out the adventure log, but we're just gonna fill out the last 2 slots because some of this other stuff is like stupid or RNG or stuff I don't give a shit about. So we're just gonna get the last 6 legendaries and call it a series. Look at this swag walk. Cool. I meant it. Did I? Okay. That's what I meant to do. Let me finish my soda. I'm actually just going to take a small sip of it so I can take small sips of it as the stream goes. Okay, so here's how we're going to swing this one. Actually, do I have an item on? I do. You can actually have that. So here's how we're going to swing this one. We're going to, like I said, we're going to handle the 6... Celebi did not go too well. Or, Jirachi did not go too well, but Celebi I did on a thing that wasn't live because I didn't think I could handle Purity Forest live. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to, all of the most popular members, or the biggest members of the squad, are each going to get 1 legendary to handle by themselves. So, why don't you join the squad? Most importantly, why don't I make you the leader? You swinging by at all is wonderful, Ace. I appreciate it. Stay home, Red. Excuse me. Yeah, I didn't handle fucking Jirachi's too well, but I kicked ass on Purity Forest, so that must mean something, right? No. I might want to handle this different. I wanted to let everyone have their own shot, but I also want the highest chance, because all these legendaries besides Kyogre and Mewtwo, so 2/3 of the legendaries have very low capture rates. So I'm actually gonna put Ike back. I'll save Ike for someone else. Let's get Desert Rose out for this one. Where are you, Desert Rose? I feel like I'm passing by you. Like, there you go. Yeah, I was gonna make the Celebi thing the finale, but I did not feel right about that. So I wanted this to be the real cap off. All right, stay home, buddy boy. I could save you for a different one. Tyranitar walks on water. Tyranitar is basically Jesus. Hello, Tapu Julk. Bapu Bulk. Paupu Fruit. Alright, where's my, Does someone have the, friend bow on? Someone has the friend bow on. Homest! Shoot, I have to go find the friend bow then. Oh well. Let's get a couple Reviver Seeds as well, because I would like them. 3 ought to do fine, just in case. We need need Surf to get over there, so I might have... Where's my Surf HM? Who's holding that? Am I holding that? Could be. I might have actually had the Surf HM on, shoot. I think I had the Surf HM on when I went into Purity Forest. Which means I lost that forever. Shoot, I didn't think about that. There's no way I did that. Okay, well, Murder Knot is the friend bow, so we can at least take him off, take it off of Murder Knot. So, is it Jizrak? Is it... no. Whomst could it possibly be? Could it be Mist? I don't even know fucking half these characters' names, so I forget these things. Is it Ephraim? Couldn't be Ephraim. Well, whatever. Alright, wait a minute, buddy. Come back on the squad. You know Surf. Great, they carry Iker in for everything now. It might be Bertram, too. Wait, now I have to check. Escape orb. It was not, we blamed him for nothing. Just because his relevance went away, we assumed it was him. And that is an awful thing that we've done. Alright, so the first one we're gonna go for is the Fiery Field, because I think we can handle that one the best. Let's swing at bitches and hoes. Bitches and loved ones. Oh, this is gonna happen a bunch. Not even gonna check the TMs anymore. Well, because at this point, we've done everything. We've beaten the best. We are the best. What good can TMs do now when the best that they would help for is like Wish Cave or all sorts of other things that we've already crushed into dust. Really? I mean, I don't have any food items, so I don't particularly care, but two... Of all the traps to have together, why 2 sludge traps? You're like, haha! You managed to avoid 1, but what if there were 2? We are number 1. What a pure meme that was. Will we ever have a meme that pure again? It's true, I beat myself up more than anyone else in this world possibly could. Now, if I could take some of these items and give them to, could we stop with that? If I could take these items and put them into Explorers of Sky, that would be something, but, I actually kinda... There's no point now. I wanted a Charmander because, Charizard is one of the few Pokemon in the game that learn Heat Wave, and Heat Wave is one of the best skills in the game, so having it would have been dope, but I ended up not needing or using it. Why'd you do that, Ike? What, a challenge to make a more wholesome meme than we are number 1? Absolutely. Give me all the wholesome memes you possibly can. If you can make a wholesome meme stick, I will absolutely love it. I'm always in the, like, we should all be in the market for wholesome memes. Some memes are just like, aha, look at me, I am the sadness, or I am the meanness. Let's bring on wholesome memes. The kind of memes we could show are, you never heard the We Are Number One meme? It's the one where they mix the song from Lazy Town into various different mixes and whatnot. I love Soup Time. I just wish you could get Charmander earlier if you... That's kind of an issue I have with this game too. A lot of really cool Pokemon, like starters and whatnot, you can't get until really late into the game. Like, I think some starters you can't get until Joyous Tower, and that's one of the hardest dungeons in the game. It's like another 99 floor one. Not on the level of Purity Forest, but... It's like, hey, if you didn't choose one starter, I guess you get to wait until long after you would actually want to train it. You got rid of my son. Yeah, just remember, well, fuck you. I swear Explorers of, Sky, or Darkness, or Time, handles starters a little easier to get. Torkoal's another Pokemon that gives that Heat Wave, though, so if you missed your shot with that, you can get that early. Yeah, Robbie Rotten's actor was diagnosed with cancer, so the meme was to raise awareness so he could afford treatment, and he did, but it's back, and he left social media because he's losing again, so it's like, well, family time. I was gonna say maybe X-ray specs would have been nice, but enemies aren't really what I'm worried about here. It's mostly just getting lost. And showing the entire floor layout would be just a touch OP. It's not like Dark Cloud where it's necessary to know. It's... This one would take out a lot of the threats of this dungeon. Yeah, starters were still really, like, big rewards at this point in Pokemon's history. Like, remember how, like, maxing out the Hoenn Dex in Emerald got you a single Johto starter? I think that's silly. Wasn't there something like that in Heart Gold where you can get a Hoenn starter too? Or am I thinking of something? Was it a Hoenn or a Sinnoh starter that they gave you? 'Cause I swear they gave you another starter. Very specifically in Heart Gold. Maybe, I don't know. I swear I'm thinking of the right thing, but I also haven't played Heart Gold in a while. These explosion traps are a bitch and a half, they are. Like, I like the idea of starters as rewards, but there's a limit. Yeah, it's a lot better of a reward than just, haha, look, you get a piece of paper that doesn't mean anything. And yeah, that's like an RPG staple, but yeah, the shiny charm is probably a way better one if you're into like shiny, like a way better reward if you're into shiny breeding. Was it the Hoenn starters in Heart Gold? Okay. That makes sense. I don't remember which one I chose in my Heart Gold file then. I'd love it if they had another concept like Crystal's Odd Egg. Like this... Shoot. Like the uncommon Pokemon with a much higher chance of being shiny. I think that's a really cool concept. Think I can get them both from here? Nice! Less than nice. My baby! Oh. Okay, well, back here again. You dumbass. Well, you can handle yourself. It's just, oh, hey. He knew how to come back to his master. Yeah, I really like the concept of the shiny charm. I'm not much into breeding or whatnot, but it's part of the reason why I am gonna have shiny breeding streams, because I did get the shiny charm in a Sun version. I still need to think of like well, no, we're not there yet. There's gonna be a lot of there's more to come before I do the shiny breeding streams. Glad to have you here, Charlotte. Like, I probably wouldn't have counted my first shiny if I got it when I got the shiny charm, but it being around is cool for breeding. But finding one wild, I found my first shiny in a very long time in Sun, but from what I understand, the shiny chances are like twice as good now, so I also don't know how I feel about that. But at least at that point, I'm willing to accept it. Buddy. And I love that shiny Crobat now. That's my pink baby, that's Chroma. Well, I mean, it's still a very low chance. It's a much better chance, but that's still finding a needle in a haystack, so I am curious as to how these streams are going to pan out. No, actually, me and Kish determined what the best, I swear to God, Jack. We determined what the, best starting Pokemon would be. So, like, the first shiny breeding stream will absolutely be, grinding shiny Slugmas. Because, I mean, like, that's my, oh, I didn't know you could actually recruit Combuskin. That's gotta be a really low chance. Could you fucking stop? Could you stop? Like a bad case of Ligma up in here. Well, I mean, the shiny hunting streams are just like the thrill of the hunt. It's like, whoa, what if I got here when this happened? Wouldn't that be something? It's like getting to see a really rare thing happen. It's why I also really like, well, yeah, you can recruit most Pokemon. It's just that they have such a low chance at this point that I was surprised I got it without the Friendbow on. It's the thrill of the hunt. It's why I like watching old school RuneScape streams, because when someone finally gets that rare drop, it's like, oh, cool. Huh. Okay, now here's the stupid thing about, the legendary beasts. They have a 0.1% recruitment chance, so even at best, we've got like a 1/3 shot. This is gonna be like trying to recruit Mew, so yeah, I don't know how. No, you can't get shinies in Mystery Dungeon. It would be really cool, but you cannot. They are not programmed. I'm much more into shiny hunting in Pokemon Go because the chances there are better. Look at that Charmeleon. I know I was mentioning it before, but like the only excuse me. The only fully evolved starters that you can recruit off the bat are the water starters, because at absolute best you have a 0.1% chance of recruiting them, like Kecleon. But only the water starters, not the grass or fire, just the water ones, which is... Oh, eat shit. That can be a big fucking chicken. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure the shiny chances in Go are comparable to using like a Masuda method with the shiny charm. And in raids, I think it's even better. It's like, I think the chance of a shiny Pokemon from a raid is 1 in 75. So, that's pretty good in GL. But the only one I've gotten, the only shiny Pokemon I've gotten from a raid is my Ho-Oh, and that's really cool. Like, Ho-Oh isn't very good in Go, but it's shiny, so I pumped all my candy into it. And a lot of rare candy in Stardust, too, so... 2 Firestones. Nice. 3 Firestones! Yeah, a lot of shinies are weird. I'm not gonna say I don't like most of them, but... they're ones that I certainly prefer more than others.
I'm Entei. I sit here all day and smell me.
Alright, first off, Ike. Tactics. Go the other way. Alright, let's see if I can get this in one shot. Damn. Alright, we gotta do that again. That's less than fun, but oh well.
Come back on the squad, friend.
This is why I started the stream an hour earlier. I definitely feel like I needed the time. And this stream's gonna go as long as it needs to. So... oh yeah, shoot. I gotta fucking fix his IQ. Or his tactics, rather. Let's go together! At least Luster Purge looks really cool in this game. Mist Ball looks stupid. What's my favorite shiny? I really like Ho-Oh shiny. I don't know if it's my... I don't think I could mention my favorite right off the top of my head, but I really like Ho-Ohs. Ah, wonderful. I am going to have a 3 strikes rule, though. If it takes me 3 attempts to get a shiny, or if it takes me 3 attempts to recruit, I'm going to save state abuse. Oh, Umbreon shiny is really good. I don't know what shiny Venomoth looks like, actually. There's a lot of shinies I don't know because I don't look at everyone's shiny sprite. Yeah, I don't know. Let's Go does not at all appeal to me. Like, okay, 151. I've used those before. Could that be a stat boosting drug? Schlorp. I have a decent amount of shinies in Go, but the issue is a lot of shinies in Go are just like either purple or gold. Like we've got shiny, like shiny Swablu, Magikarp, and like all that. Those are all gold. And then we have a bunch of purple ones like the Blastoise, Fortescue, Wailmer. That's really cool, actually. Shiny Venomoth sounds awesome. I kind of wanted to do a shiny hunting stream in general, but that's bad. Especially in the game I want to do it in. I want to, for some reason. No, I have a very good reason. I wanted to, could we not? Ever kill him. Shoot that bitch. Okay. Ingest. Ingest. Remember, kids, drugs are expensive. Eat them off the ground. You just burn yourself. Oh yeah, Kyogre. I wasn't upset not finding a Kyogre shiny, because I really didn't care. I couldn't get a shiny Shelder during the event, and I really wanted one in Go. So I wanted a shiny Shelder in Gold version, or Crystal version, or whatever. But thinking about that, like, I could be there forever and not find it. So, breeding it mayhaps. But breeding's gonna happen in 7th gen because, you know, more Pokemon available. It's not really, from what I remember, it's not really as easy as it was in 6th gen, because 6th gen seemed like it was perfectly built for it, but in 7th gen you gotta deal with, fuck me, dude. Can we stop with that? This is the worst case of traps I think we've seen. Hey, what's up, buddy? I was gonna say, just imagine walking through a dungeon and seeing Latios pop up in front of you, but that's all time in darkness as post-game is. Walking through a dungeon and suddenly, oh ho, legendary! Though I was looking and Sky fixed a lot of that. Like certain Pokemon, like they'll give challenges, and then you can find them in like a special dungeon, so I'm excited for that. Come on, Tapu Joe, you're better than that. Don't make me ban you. I didn't want to be poisoned, but it happened. Well, I'd do it in Let's Go, but the issue is I'm not buying Let's Go. Do I know the one artist that draws Busty Pidove in its evolution line? No. I don't know, actually. I don't know, like, most, like, Rule 34 doesn't, like, shock me or anything, but I remember one that viscerally shocked me. Was, like, someone, oh, boo-hoo, the grimy food. Oh, does Let's Go not have breeding? Yeah, we're trying to get Entei. I mean, that's all this is gonna be, just recruiting legendaries. The only thing that ever shocked me was someone made like an entire gallery of like this whole story and fantasy they had of making sweet love to a Scolipede with very strange pictures. And I don't mean just like strange for like haha ew gross Rule 34 is the thing, but even as far as that went, it was like grotesque in a way. And I'm like, it's the only time I've ever actually felt uncomfortable looking at that sort of stuff. So I was turned off of ever using Scolipede because of it, so yeah, that's what it was like, weirded me out about it. Like, the artwork is one thing, but the fact that it was Scolipede and the things they were saying about Scolipede. If I... Oh, never mind. I was gonna say if I knew where to find it, I'd link it to you, but I won't. Even if I did. I don't even remember where I found that, either. Where would I have been looking? That's... I don't know why this dungeon's so annoying with these today. Fuck off. Not making a full Scolipede. I remember when 7th Gen first started, Waterium Z Scolipede was a decent counter to Landorus Therian. But then people started like running Landorus Therian sets that were built to handle Waterium Z Scolipede, so I like Z crystals. They really changed the meta around. They're fun and I like them. I like Z crystals a lot more than I thought I would. I thought they were just going to be boring, but Z moves did the meta pretty good, or in interesting ways. I could put the Trap Avoider if I had it. Desert Rose's IQ is not too high. I meant to feed this girl more gummies and I just never ended up getting around to it. Now, I like Mega Evolution more, honestly, because I just like the concept of old Pokemon getting new things, and it's probably the closest thing we're going to get to cross-generational evolutions again. But Z-moves are fun. Z-moves are very fun. I really like how the only thing keeping Pheromosa in check in OU was, what's that damn thing's name? Toxapex. And then they figured out that Normalium Z Hyper Beam could reliably beat any Toxapex set, and they're like, well, fuck it, this is it. And that's what got Pheromosa banned. So the 7th gen meta is pretty fun. Yeah, I don't know, like, people find bug porn sexy, and I'm like, you do you, buddy. I'll take another Gen 2 like, here's the thing, like, I know I give shit about Hoenn getting, not Hoenn, Kanto getting all the love, but, like, just give Johto some of that love, too, man. If they wanted to nostalgia whore out Johto for a bit, I wouldn't mind. No, I love Gen 7 competitively in a lot of its Pokemon, I just don't like, the games, necessarily. I only buy the games for the story. I don't, like, the competitive aspect is entirely different to me. No, the meta only gets more fun as, the games go on. Yeah, and Fire Red and Leaf Green exist, but we're still getting Let's Go. Alright, buddy. I'm gonna get you this time. Well, let's see how this pans out. Come on. Let's see if moving to a different spot works out. Because I hate when, like, when we did it with Mew, and it's like the issue was just moving one tile over. What tile would work here? Will any tile work here? Gen 4 absolutely needs a remake. Platinum wasn't very good. You know, Latios, maybe go home. Nope, no, don't want to lose the hold item. I wouldn't be surprised if it was the one behind him. Let's see if that pans out. Should take a look at that. Wow. I'm taking him because I don't want to spend 40 minutes on one legendary. We'll name it after you, Soulless S, because you're the one who gave me the idea. First try, baby! I did good. I have a notification on YouTube. What is this? Oh. I got a comment on Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. They'll absolutely give her Mega Garchomp. Alright, so let's choose our next legendary to handle. So I don't have enough level 100s, but I think you only have to be up to level 90, so let's get Red in the fray. For Path of Radiance, Sage's just got back, and I don't want to ask him to record right away. So, that might take a sec. We're gonna need Ike again, so come on in here, buddy. Yeah, Path of Radiance is difficult to record because getting so many people to align their schedules all at once, especially with such big recording. Shoot. To go get the friend bow back. Especially with such long sessions, it's difficult to actually get everyone around. Do I watch My Hero Academia? Yes, I do. I got tired of waiting for new episodes, so I did end up reading the entirety of the manga. Okay, so time to head over to Lightning Field. Mega Garchomp got Sand Force, yeah? I'm actually gonna check that out. Yeah, it got Sand Force, so it hits like a fucking dump truck in sand. Yeah, I don't think over-sexualization is the thing I have to worry about in Pokemon. Look at all these little Magnemites. Oh, yeah, shit, I have to... Keep forgetting about tactics. Keep forgetting about Final Fantasy tactics. Final Fantasy Tic Tacs. I think the only time Pokemon has ever had, like, fan service in it is, like, during the anime. Where, well, no, Olivia's design is a lot more than I thought it was going to be for Pokemon. So what's the big one? What was I trying to say? Oh yeah, in the anime, Lorelai. My god, Lorelai. Her baps were very large, and even my mom, we were watching it, and then Lorelai showed up, and she's like, "Are you serious?" And I had to stop watching that Pokemon episode that day. Hello, Byleth! I finally figured out how to pronounce it because you changed your name on Discord to exactly how to pronounce it. Yeah, so that's about the most I'm ever expecting the Pokemon anime or Pokemon series at all to do with sexualization. I was gonna say, they covered Olivia up for the anime, so I think those days are definitely long gone. And it's weird because they censored the anime for that sort of stuff before. Remember when James had BAPS and that got that didn't come into the come over to the US? Or that episode where Ash caught 30 Tauros, but the issue is someone pulled a gun on them, so that never showed up. So US watchers just got to be like, why does Ash have like 30 Tauroses? I wouldn't say Malva's sexualized, she's fashionable. And has some curves. We're actually tearing through Lightning Field relatively fast. I'm hoping that bodes well for Raikou. Aha! You thought, Binch. Well, the issue is like pretty much everything in Kalos was just like all the major trainers were just kind of there. Like, especially after 5th gen had the gym leaders actually be pretty important. The gym leaders in Kalos were like, haha, look at me. And especially, I don't know, the Elite Four was weird. Like, the whole Malva being part of Team Flare was one thing, but that was about the most interesting any gym leader got in X and Y to me. The only one I could actually, like, tell you about is, Wolfric, because he uses an Avalugg, and Avalugg is my favorite 6th gen Pokemon. Yeah, especially in Gen 1, all you need is a team full of Tauros and you've won. Gen 1 competitive is fun. You know, 6th gen was very clearly unfinished. Did they have see-through shirts? That's... well, that's just a bit much, isn't it? Stepped on the calm mind. I stepped on this person's brain. It's squishy. I do like how the rock guy, what's his name? Grant. I don't know how I remember that. Had a team of fossils. Just like his team was just fossils. I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah, I don't have anything set. Boom, baby. Yeah, Brendan's white hair being a hat fucked me up because I'm like, oh my god, it's true, but I wish I could put that knowledge back. Like, no thank you. I feel like that works better in his redesign in Omega Ruby, though. Like, it's clear that it's just a hat and doesn't look as silly. See, I don't want to interrupt the stream to go look up beauties, 3rd gen beauties now, but I am very curious. Oh yeah, I can attack from a distance too. I don't know why it wasn't letting me do that. That's weird. What's wrong, laptop keys? No, I put a disgusting amount of hours into 3rd gen. No, I played the hell out of 3rd gen as a kid because it's pretty much all I had. Because back then, you know, you had a couple games and you made them work. Plus, I genuinely liked 3rd gen back then. Why not have the tight belt on? I wonder why I'm recruiting everything. Yeah, 7th gen not having any fossils was disappointing. Like, I get it, but think of the cool things you could have had. Like, a cool thing. It's not my job to think of them. You think of them, Game Freak. Get out of here, Tropius. More like Nopius. Dab. Yeah, I always saw copies of Drill Dozer at my local Target. Like, they always had one copy of Drill Dozer sitting at the entrance of the Game Boy Advance section. And I always thought it looked stupid, and I never saw that it was Game Freak that made it. But, quick facts. I don't like most of Game Freak's other non-Pokemon properties. I think they're boring. Or not necessarily boring, I just don't really think they're much more than, like, average in their genres. Yeah, the Amoraline is beautiful. It deserved way better. Oh yeah, like a Rock and Fire Volcano something. That would have been cool. Now, I went to my GameStop recently to try to find a cheap copy of Awakening, and everything is so expensive there. Like, they had a lot of, like, Pokemon stuff, but it was all, like, 40 to 50 bucks. I'm like, no. Like, I get it, you have to be competitive with, I get that you have to be competitive with online prices, but why wouldn't I just shop online at that point? Like, I don't need the game that bad that I'm willing to pay a store the same price as I could just get by sitting on my couch. So I just left and I never went back. And I used to go to GameStop a lot, but not so much anymore. And we're picking up $15... Look at that, 2 Thunderstones. And we're picking up a couple $10 PS3 games anymore. Go the other way. Renbo. I'm saving the slot, not gonna use it. Just makes me feel good. Boston makes me feel good. I didn't notice the box art for the 2 rescue teams were connected until like very, very recently. Devastate me again. You didn't devastate me the first time. Wait, oh no, he's gonna kill it. Okay, so I am gonna use it because that was bullshit. Could you fuck off, Latios? Alright, what tactics do I have to do to make you, get away? Okay. Hey, that panned out. Of course, I keep missing, so that's not working all that great. Shit. Yeah, I think Gen 1 is genuinely fun because it feels so drastically different than every other Pokemon game. Really makes you feel like Batman. Because it's so clearly like they're like, okay, we're making a game. We have no idea that this is going to be one of the biggest things in sliced bread. I don't know. I really, really like Gen 1. It's still middle of the pack because I do feel like 2nd, 4th, and 5th gens really are just better experiences overall. Let's go together. Let's put a tight belt on this lizard. Bye, Latios. Yeah, Gens 1 and 2 are just charming. I really like them. As far as gameplay, like QOL goes, I do think Gen 6 probably is the best the series has been. But they're not fun games to go through if you sniff my drift. Holy fucking howdy, that hit. That hits really hard. I want money. Give me money. Well, chameleons are lizards. Right? As far as replaying it goes, like, as far as, like, game QOL goes, as I was saying earlier, as much as I like Gen 2, it is such a slog to get through with a full team. Like, the only reason I had as much fun in Crystal as I did is because I traded all my Pokemon over, so I got the EXP boost, but if I'm not doing that, like, the only way I can actually have fun with Gen 2 is with rare candies and a speed-up key. It's so hard to sit through Gen 2 nowadays. And I do kind of feel that way about all the gens up until 5th gen, but 1st gen does strike a weird balance because you can finish it so underleveled. Like 5th gen is like legitimately like the first one I can say, yeah, I'll replay that like any day of the week. Because Audino grinding is so lovely. If you're gonna have an RPG where you're expected to grind, you have to have Metal Slime XPs. Give me a way to make grinding really easy, but I have to work for it, you know? Because guess what? I don't think level grinding's fun. I was gonna say, unless your game is built around it, but if your game is built around it, you probably have a Metal Slime XP like Dragon Quest, so... Well, that was not Metal Slime XP, it's just Metal Slimes, but... I do like how those two Grimers are just chilling out. I've never beaten Hard Gold, well, no, I've only beaten Hard Gold once, and it was a solo run, so I didn't get to experience the worst of leveling, because I only ever had to level up one Pokemon. Well, it's not necessarily grinding to make the grinding easier, it's just... Don't make everything Metal Slime, so it's like I'm disgustingly overpowered and nothing means anything, but give me options that if I just search a little harder, I could find it. You know? Man, I almost bought Splatoon 2 the other day, but I don't know. Like, I'm over the big things that happened with it, but ultimately it's still PvP, and I know I'm gonna get mad. If I was a Pokemon, what would I be? Excuse me, Audino. I had a Stoutland first time I played white version, but I didn't keep him on my team, and I don't know why. Dumb bitch. That was my issue with my the first time I played 5th gen, I played like a dip, so my team was really stupid. And then I used pretty much the exact same team in my black LP, so it was really, like, it felt dull in that way. Like, my team was always, Excadrill, Gigalith, Conkeldurr, Golurk, and I know I'm missing something. And then I left the slot open for the, Darmanitan, that's what it was. And then I left the slot open for the Legendary Dragon. So let me tell you, that was a weird 5th gen team, and it's probably why I remembered not liking 5th gen all that much. But then when I played through White 2 last year, I had an actual team that wasn't stupid, and it was fun. Excuse me. That's why I'm very much looking forward to the 5th gen LP, because I have some fun teams planned for that. Or not LP, but, you know, stream series. I used a Scizor when I played when I did my LP of Pokemon Gold, and let me tell you, he kicked ass. Agility, Swords Dance, and Metal Claw and Slash, I think, was really more than enough to get me through the game. Oh my god, I loved Scrafty, and I had it on both of the teams. I know I forgot that. I said Golurk because I used that as my flyer, and I dropped the Golurk to get the Legendary Dragon. I love Scrafty's probably my 3rd favorite Pokemon of all. Yeah, coming up with teams to use is always my favorite part of the stream series. Because it's fun having you guys guess which ones are going to be there. And then it's fun actually seeing how a lot of them work. You might have been posting earlier, but Schlong Dolphin is just one of the best names I've seen here. My god, I love that. Schlong Dolphin. I love it. Stop blowing us up, you dumb baby. I love the noise for stat dropping in this game. That was silly. I like most of 5th gen's designs. I just hate, I really, really hate Pignite. Can I? Does that cut corners? No, it doesn't. Do I like bees? Bees are cool. They sting me on the foot a lot recently because I keep walking outside barefoot. And I seem to always step on a bee, and it hurts. Like, bee stings generally don't bug me all that much, but for some reason when they sting me on the foot, it's awful. Like, that one makes me want to... That's the one that, like, makes me, like, sit down and, like, deep breath, like... Oh, I just don't use starters in 5th gen. I don't like them very much. Because A, they're not good, and they're pretty much immediately outclassed. Like, there's no point to use Superior when you can just pick up, hell, even Simisage works better than that. There's no reason to use Emboar when you can just use Darmanitan. And water types, they aren't very good, but the issue is Samurott is really bad. For example, I had 3 levels on an Excadrill, I was torrent boosted and I used Aqua Jet and it didn't even one-shot. And that's when I dropped him in the LP. Yeah, we've had a lot more bees recently. Well, that's just your opinion, man. Well, Joe, you say everything's ugly, so your opinion on ugliness means probably less than 0 to me. I mean that in the most loving way possible, you piece of shit. Look at all these thunderstones, they're so nice. The sky streams are gonna be a while away, so don't get too hyped for them yet. Got a couple series planned in between them. Well, not like a couple, but... I have one, and then a couple returns to... a couple returns to Persona or Qth, so... Alright. Alright, very nice. How far can I get? Oops. Yeah, so Persona Q is gonna come back very soon. Come and get me, big boy. Oh no, I hope someone doesn't chase me down. Alright, which one is gonna work the best? There we go. Lumine has a very good design. Stupid pun.
Cool.
I'm glad Joe liked it. I don't know if like is the proper word for that one, but I liked it, and that's what's important. Get out of here, you stupid Firestone. Alright, Kecleon, you did your best, so it's time to move this little beauty on over to someone who I wanted to use a lot more in this series and just never did. Had an entire stream dedicated to making this one actually useful, and I just never used him. So that's silly. Come on, Ike, I need you. Because I like Metagross, it's cool. I just never used him for some reason. Oh shit, I have to get Red off the squad. I can just do that in the dungeon, though. To the Northwind Field! I might not fuck around too much with this dungeon, because I really don't want to deal with, Polytoads. Alright, Red, go home. Oh yeah, forgot he has like no smarts. Shoot. Tactics, let's go together. Let's go together. Brick. Flygon's so cool that they were going to make a Mega for it, but they couldn't come up with a design, so they just didn't. No, Steel never resisted water, but water has always resisted Steel, but I just don't have many other level 100s to use. I do have some, but I want to use them in different dungeons, you know? You know, my dumbass never picked up the shiny Metagross from the Omega Ruby event. I don't think I have that shiny Beldum, so... Which sucks, because I would love to use it if I ever did an Omega Ruby series. No, Flygon got a Mega, he just got it in 4th gen, and it's called Garchomp. I was like, Steel resisted a lot in this generation. Steel resisted more than half the types, I think, early on. Excuse me. Try not to burp. Or no, I'm burping, I just don't want to be obnoxiously loud with it. I don't know, Steel's a lot better now. But I think taking away its resistance to Ghost and Dark was a little much. God, I love that. But Steel being super effective against fairies is definitely fun, because it is kind of cool to run Steel Stab now. Or Steel as a coverage move. I never thought I would use that as a sentence before fairies. Yeah, it's just a shame that Metagross really got fucked by that. I'm not gonna say Metagross is unusable now, but it is definitely not the juggernaut it used to be. Though Mega Metagross is one of the best Megas, so... There's a lot of other cool stuff like that. Like, Solgaleo was not too good, but Necrozma Duskmane is probably... It's not the best Uber, but it is very up there. I think last in usage stats, I think they said Necrozma Duskmane is the second best Uber. And like it being around single-handedly pushed Xerneas down and Yveltal up. And I love that. Because I really like Yveltal, so it's nice knowing that it's actually good now. Mega Venusaur is still grass and poison. Though with cool, its typing makes it no longer weak to fire and ice, so it's very, very bulky and fun to use as a result. It's not the best starter, Mega, but it's nice. Oh no, he's horny. Not horny enough, baby. Yeah, Ultra Necrozma, I feel like needs more. I get what they're going for, but there's a difference between things looking good in practice and things actually working. Or, things looking good on paper and things actually working in practice. As far as really good starter Megas go, most of them. I think Mega Blastoise or Mega Sceptile is the lowest rated. I think it's Mega Blastoise. Yeah, Mega Venusaur has always been grass poison. I love Mega Sceptile, it's just the issue is it didn't get enough to warrant using it. Competitively, at the very least. Mega Swampert is really useful, because Rain is... For some reason, Pelipper getting Drizzle just revolutionized Rain, and I have no idea why. Because, like, as far as things with Drizzle, we still have, Politoed, but that's down in PU. But Pelipper, of all things, is OU. So I really like the starters megas for the most part. I think Blastoise probably could have stood to be a little more spec'd into special attack. But, you know, it's not the worst thing that's ever happened. It's still good, it's just not the best. And I mean, you really weren't gonna make Blastoise... Oops. Sorry buddy, I didn't mean to say yeah. No, I don't think Hydro Cannon was affected by Mega Launcher. If it did, it would be, I don't even want to say busted, because it still leaves you open for a turn, and that's literally never good. Like, I thought that might be a useful... Could we stop with that? I thought it might be useful on, like, Giga Impact on Slacking, but that still just leaves Slacking in for that turn that it can't attack instead of letting you switch out of it, so... Pretty much no turn move is good. What is here? Can someone look that up for me? I don't remember what's there. What megas do I want to see? I would really like to see, I was going to say Mega Mag Cargo, but the issue is the best idea for a Mega Mag Cargo they wouldn't use. They'd spec it wrong. So I would like to see Mega Flagon. I do want to see a Ghost and Dark Mega Darkrai. But I also want Darkrai to get an exclusive Z move. Like, imagine turning Dark Void into something that guaranteed at least 3 turns of sleep and also applied Nightmare. So it's basically like a better version of Guardian of Alola that you could, like, buff up during. I wish that there were more interesting exclusives, like, more interesting Z moves instead of just, cool, look at this fun animation that just deals a bunch of damage. So I think it would be fun. Lunar Ribbon, okay, so that's how you get Umbreon. Which I don't want, so lovely, lovely. Mega Scrafty would be really fun. And I think 6th Gen could... 6th Gen could use a couple Megas, that would be nice. Damn. Homeboy got obliterated. I would like a Bug and Psychic Mega Beach, Butterfree that's spec'd a lot like, Mega Beedrill is. I think that would be, I think that'd be really fun. To have like a really zip-zapping, bug. Our first Bug and Psychic. And then also just a really speedy special attacker that's frail. Yes! Mega Luxray would be... I think that was really loud. Mega Luxray would be amazing. I would absolutely be down for that. Okay, so, Friendabo on... Get away from me. Get away from me! Give me my stuff back, I want to smell you. It's, Linkin Park. I find little satisfaction in fighting, but cool, whatever. I have just a real big feeling that we're gonna get a split Pikachu evolution, and let's go. I really think Gorochu is happening. I really think Gorochu is happening. Damn. Alright, one more time and we'll save state it. Like, I feel like Gorochu and Normion are coming, or whatever they call the normal evolution. Poor fucking Raichu. She's gonna get blown out of the fucking water by Gorochu. But yeah, it's absolutely happening. There is no reason they brought that up. They wouldn't have just brought up that for no reason. Wait, I don't think it's going to be a fourth evolution. I think he's going to be a split evolution. Because those can still work and stay within Pokemon's... I don't want to say standards, traditions. And while some traditions have been broken, I don't think a fourth evolution is going to happen quite yet. How do I think it'll evolve? Probably something Let's Go introduces, like, be friendly with it and smile at it once or twice a day. Give it enough candy. It's probably going to be some, like, plot-based thing specific to Let's Go. I think it's going to be pretty cool, but... I'm interested. You have to fucking grab a Raichu by the throat and strangle the life out of it while laughing and watching the light go out of its eyes, so then Pikachu can become Gorochu. Just put the nail in that coffin forever. Sneak Scarf. Aha! Because, yeah, what type do you think Gorochu is going to be? Do you think it's just going to be straight electric, or do you think I might get a dual typing? Well, they've done that before, James. 494 isn't Snivy, it's Victini. So that's one tradition that it's been broken before. Oh, I'd be down for Electric Dark or... Well, both. Electric Dark, Electric Fighting. Judging from what Gorochu was supposed to look like, I'm willing to bet it's probably going to be Electric Dark. But then also, they're probably going to be like, oh, we shouldn't have an evil Pikachu, so Electric Fighting or Pure Electric is also really likely. Fuck you, game. Now, what are you? Flying Power. Oh, I see what you're going for. Well, they already said that there was gonna be a one new big Pokemon, so... I think Gorochu is probably gonna be more likely than Normion, but I also really want Normion, or whatever that comes from it, to be a thing. Because it doesn't make sense if you're not gonna get a special evolution for both, because then it's going to be like, why would you buy the one that doesn't come with the new fun evolution? Yeah, Super Mega Mewtwo LG. Has there ever been a Pokemon introduced in a spinoff? A lot of third generation games had like Bonsly or Bonsly, Lucario, and Munchlax. Like Munchlax is in this game, and Lucario is mentioned a bunch. You can't play as Munchlax, but Like, he'll come by and say, hey, I'm cool, here's an item. And then you get a reward for it in the adventure log. And I think Bonsly was even playable in XD. But I might have misread that on Bulbapedia. Oh, there's also a Weavile figure. Come the fuck on! Jesus.
I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Battle bingo, okay. I know not what that is, but I'll take your word for it. Can we stop? I wanna finish this dungeon. Yeah, I'm definitely safe standing for Suicune this time. Because guess what? I don't fucking like this dungeon. I don't like these dungeons. I think they go on a little too long for the annoying shit they pull. Delcatty's actually decent in Mystery Dungeon because it has such a massive move pool and stats work differently in this game. Yeah, we've got Entei and Raikou. I think they said Goruchu is going to be red tinted, because like Goro's like an Oni. Like I'll take a Politoed Perish Song because I've got Reviver Seeds on hand. Yeah, multi-hitting moves in Mystery Dungeon are pretty broken, to be honest. Like in Gates to Infinity, I had that actually a Ranger came up before Gen 4, if I'm not mistaken, by like a factor of like a decent amount of time. Forgot what I was saying already. Well, they introduce like new generation Pokemon through the anime so much that should barely count. Like Blaziken was like a big part of the Johto League. Like Ash lost the Johto League to a Blaziken. Which is cool. Blaziken's a really cool Pokemon. Thank you. Okay. That's the first time the shift feature's actually been useful. Yeah, they were teasing Gen 4 for so long. I don't think any other gem has done that. Oh, yeah, I was talking about Gates to Infinity. Tepig's rollout in Gates to Infinity, when you buff up with orbs, I think I one-shotted a couple, like, they're like, the final boss is multi-stage, and I think I one-shotted each of those stages with just a rollout. And it's what I'm going to do for Gates to Infinity when I stream that too, because I don't like that game, so I would very much like it to be over as quick as possible. Glad I didn't sell it though, so I can at least stream it. Yeah, Helioptile was pretty big in the marketing for Gen 6, wasn't it? And so was like Viola, or whatever her name was. Or Alexa, I think it was Viola. The bug gym leader. And then, because I thought she was going to be really big in the game because of all that. And then she was just like the gym leader, and then they never mentioned her again. I'm like, oh. This isn't going to be a very fun game, is it? Gates just, it takes so many steps back compared to Sky, that it's, like, the story's very derivative. It has some really cool concepts. You can't speed up the text at all. There's only, I think, 156 Pokemon in it. And you can't chain, like, you know how, like, this, I could grab, like, a bunch of missions for the same dungeon and do a bunch of them at once? Can't do that in Gates. You do one, and you have to go back out and try again. So Gates, it just is overall is a very inferior product to Sky. It had some really good concepts, like your Pokemon would level up. Like if you didn't bring them in here, like all of my Pokemon, like Murderknot and Erdrick or whatnot, would still be getting a little bit of this experience, and I really liked that. So it had cool concepts, but they weren't so fun to take advantage of. Plus, there were very few legendaries you could recruit. You could fight a couple of them, but most of the ones that you could fight, you could not recruit. But that's okay, because they give you a Virizion in like the 4th dungeon and let you keep it for most of the game. I want to say Gen 6's Elite Four, I think, is the only one I had trouble with outside of like as a full-grown adult, I had trouble with that one because I didn't have an electric-type move, so the water ones, I didn't really have a reliable way to take on Gyarados, so the Gyarados wiped my team. That's part of the reason I love Persona 5 so much. Your inactive party members still get experience. And that's such a fun quality of life concept that actually makes me... I'm more inclined to use all the party members you give me when I don't have to grind those party members up. It actually made me feel like a team instead of Persona 4, where I was like, okay, cool, I've got these guys. Time to never use anyone else because I don't want to bother. Yeah, plus I really don't like the models and gates. Super starts out really boring, but once you get past the tutorial, it's just the tutorial is so goddamn long. It's better. It's a lot of fun. Alright, which tile do you think is gonna... Oh, wow, I didn't even need to save the state. Nice! Did it legit! I don't like Lana or whatever. No, that's wrong. The tutorial was the best part of Kingdom Hearts 2, besides the final world. Just pretend I named a KH2 tutorial. Cool, so what's that? Joe's gonna like this next one. Alright, first off, I want to rearrange my items. Keep the tight belt. Cool. Alright, Big Breaker, you had your big shot by being the only one who got one of the beasts legit. I don't like the Disney worlds in Kingdom Hearts, and I get that's the point of Kingdom Hearts. But here's the thing, I really like Kingdom Hearts' story, so I really don't want to tickle dicks with Disney characters when I could just, you know, actually get more story. The Disney worlds of Kingdom Hearts just feel like filler. And I get that's a bad opinion, because it's like the whole fucking point of Kingdom Hearts, but I don't know, I just really don't like the Disney worlds. Did I pump Poot Scoot full of steroids? Well, it's not as broken as Murder Knight. Murder Knight, wow. It's half as good as Murder Knot. Yeah, any Pokemon, any typing is why I don't like randomized Pokemon. Like, randomizers that also randomize Pokemon types are really stupid to me. Because it's just like, nothing matters anymore, because everything can be everything, so nothing matters anymore. Alright, Poot Scoot, now we're heading on to, where is it? Stormy Sea! I didn't do it to Wooper, Murder Nuts. Poot Scoot was the last one who got it because it's Poot Scoot's apprentice. Take this tight belt. Set. Now Kyogre has a very high recruitment chance of 50%, so, that is an 80% chance to recruit it, but that is still a 1% chance that we won't. Or a 20% chance that we won't. Wow, what the fuck did I... Hey, guess what? Comic don't math too good. Ha! Ha! Guess what? Dual-type Pokemon in Mystery Dungeon actually gain IQ faster because the way gaining IQ from gummies works is it checks each type for like how it relates to the type of gummy. So like fire types are, you know, they benefit the most from red gummies, but water or blue gummies are from a type super effective to them, so they get a lot of points from that too. With dual-type Pokemon, it checks both typings for that. No, 20% chance is way too big to risk a Xenoblade 2 stream on. %chance is the chance of landing a Stone Edge. I'm not risking a fucking Xenoblade 2 stream on that. Though a randomizer did give me an idea for a Alolan Poochyena, and James can tell you all about that because he's the one who helped me flesh that idea out. Because one of the randomized Pokemon James got was a Dragon Poochyena, so I'm like, I don't know, and that just seemed like a really cool concept to me. So we fleshed it out, and it's like, this Poochyena was bred by a Alolan royalty to be guard dogs, and then it evolves into a Dragon and Steel Mightyena, and I spec'd out its stats to be like a special tank, and it was really cool. I don't remember if I have the exact stats anymore. I think I tweeted them out, so they're probably there. I just don't want to have to dig through my I don't want to have to dig through my tweet backlog, not backlog. Just all my tweets to find it. Because it was kind of, it wasn't as like min-maxed as it's a lot of fucking gummies. Well, I think Stygian Zinogre would be like Dark and Dragon. Or an Electric Dragon? No, that'd be Electric... No, that'd be Dark and Dragon. Oh, there it is. Oh, so I really spec'd that thing, like, min-max. Oh well. Big Buggy did it first, so I can do it too. So he's not necessarily a special tank, he just has a high defense and a high special attack stat, comparatively. And it's the same stat total as regular Poochyena and Mightyena. It's just spec'd differently. Yeah, because he's Dragon and Steel, he weighs more, but he's supposed to be like a big scary tank. Did I max out? Yeah, I would have had to have maxed out Poot Scoot's IQ. Why didn't I just put any of this on? Do I... Oh, I didn't give him super mobile, that was one thing. Do I have did I turn on the... Yeah, I turned on non-sleeper. Yeah, I didn't max out his IQ because he's not Murder Not. Well, yeah, but guess what? I didn't build a Alolan Mightyena for you. I built it for me. Plus, it's still an early game Mon. I can't give him, like, all those stats and then also high speed. Though making speedy tanks is a concept I really like. Like, Pokemon that are, like, all defense and also really fast, because that concept is really funny to me. And I think not a whole lot of Pokemon do it, but I know, Superior is built like that. We are tearing through this dungeon. Just make a Alolan Poochyena. What, make Poochyena the fucking pseudo? That'd be great. Well, at that point, I'd rather just make a new Dragon and Steel type. So that's definitely my favorite, like, fake Mon that I've made, but my second favorite is my Alolan Magcargo design. That's grass and ground, and it's mud instead of lava, and that little spout of lava or fire that comes out of its back is a flower instead. Because I think that's really cute. And its stats would, they'd be pretty much the same. I could see taking some of the attack away and probably giving it to speed. Or more special defense, but I don't want to change its stats too much, because Alolans don't usually have major stat changes, it's just specking it slightly different. The newest JoJolion chapter? Yeah, I think, yeah, I read it. I don't remember what actually happened in it, though. Shit, what happened to the newest JoJolion chapter? I know it made me think that I should start waiting for JoJolion chapters, though. Oh, wow, that's cool. I don't know, monthly manga I don't want to, like, keep up with. Let me just build up a backlog now. Can't believe how fast we ripped through this dungeon. If I'd known we were gonna get through it so fast, I wouldn't have, Well, that's enough for me to decide, that's up for Game Freak to decide. They could get a Twister. Well, I just got into reading My Hero Academia, so I haven't even read the new chapter yet. Dragon Rage might be a little much for a first round Pokemon. That's 40 free damage. Well, even as far as like powerful goes, we just happen to hit the stairs so frequently. Marvel vs. Capcom at my awesome power. Alright, let's see if we get this in the first try. I mean, I really wasn't worried about getting it in the first try, but... Cool, level... That's weirdly low levels. I really like his sprite in the left, though. And I wonder why I can't ever find any of my Pokemon names. Well, Pidgey can learn Twister. Hello, Soul SS. Okay, so this is gonna be the big one. This is gonna be one that is gonna probably, well, not most of the stream, but it's gonna take a little bit longer. Yeah, so let's dump all these, because we don't need them. Pidgey is not getting enough power to make a Twister. The hell out of my face. Okay, so this is the 1HM that I didn't explain how to get, but we're gonna take Fly out, because we need Fly to get up back to Rayquaza. That's not what I meant. Egg leader. So the way you get Fly is you have to bring a key over to, where are we? Wyvern Hill, and I think it's on the 30th floor. You can only get to Wyvern Hill by getting the Dragon Cave friend area, which you get randomly from doing missions. So, that's cool. Now where the fuck is Sky Tower? Yeah, I could see a Alolan Poochyena showing up by that point, and then Dragon Rage would make sense. See, look at that. We're just a couple of game developers, aren't we? So Murdernaut and Pootscoot are gonna handle this one together. Yeah, Mewtwo's gonna be the final. Gonna be the big finale. Go through a huge 99-floor dungeon to cap off this stream series. Cool. Okay, but here's the thing about, Here's the thing about Rayquaza, it has a very, very low recruitment chance, and I'm talking very low. You do you, buddy. You know you have, yeah. I'm sorry, was that 1,833? Oh, this is... Oh, okay, he's got it. Yeah, it's negative 10%. So, at best, we're going to have like a 25% chance to... 24.9% chance. And the issue is it's a long dungeon for that, so... No, fortunately it's not. It might be that low in red, because I know some people were saying that red's recruitment chances were overall lower. So I don't know how true that is, but... If Bulbapedia doesn't say it, chances are I don't know about it. What's my next stream series? We're going back to Persona Q for a while. Until we finish the Evil Spirits Club, and then we'll go to Pokemon Platinum. Unless something else pops up that people would much rather see by the time Persona Q is done for the time. Same in red? Okay. Boy, I can barely fucking see. I like the Alolan Garbodor. Garbodor. I might also do some more Fire Emblem streams in between those, so I don't want to say Platinum's the plan, but there might be something, something might change, because I would kind of like to do an Awakening stream series. Or maybe not Awakening. Maybe, maybe Binding Blade. I feel like I would want to do Awakening with Kish and Sages, but I also don't want to keep sucking up their Saturdays every time. I'm sure you would like a Xenoblade 2 stream series, but Lord knows I won't. Like, I'm probably not even gonna bet. What I hope for Persona Q2, as little, Persona 3 as possible. Persona 3 and 4. I don't want them in it. I want it to be between the teams of Personas 5 and 2, but I just don't want... I'm so sick of 3 and 4. I might consider a Fire Emblem 4 playthrough, but the issue with that is no, I wouldn't do that. Yeah, I should probably beat Binding Blade then first. Never mind. I feel like that isn't a series I want to do blind. Well, guess what? I don't own the expansion pass because I wasn't about to pay more money for that game. I didn't want to dislike Xenoblade 2. I don't revel in having disliked that. Can I not make you the leader? Why can't I make you the leader? It's odd. I'm sure they could find some way to have the full Persona 2 squad in there. They did it for 3 and 4's cast. I can't believe Murdernaut is such a dick that he's breaking the game's rules. I'd really like Persona Q2 to be on Switch, and also instead of being Etrian Odyssey, it's a mystery dungeon game. Because I'm surprised we haven't had a Megami Tensei mystery dungeon yet. Like, you figure it would have been an obvious solution, right? Like, Etrian Odyssey did it, but Megaten, though. I don't know about Elma being more likely. Rex and Pyra are doing numbers. I would vastly prefer Elma because I don't want to be reminded about Rex or Pyra, but... Oh, what, Liberation? I consider doing a long-term series for it, but I don't know, probably not. We're gonna have a Xeno rep for Smash. I'd much rather it be Fei Fong Wong from Gears. If you can fix Pyra's voice acting, please. My god. I get it. It's not the voice actress's fault. It was whoever directed her. But my god. But my god. Having Aerodactyl join the squad wouldn't be a bad idea. Haha, screw you, Poot Scoot. More like Scoop. Poop-de scoop-de whoop-de poop. Scoopity poop whoop. I'd like Venomoth to be the new Pokemon rep. No, Xenoblade 2's plot was stupid. Like, one of my friends like, oh yeah, it was really heartwarming and the ending was nice. And I'm like, did we play the same game? Or do you just like any anime schlock they throw at the screen? I don't like to call myself an elitist, but Xenoblade 2's plot is fucking stupid. Like, the game's plot never goes beyond 4 out of 5. I am very interested in what Drapion's Smash moveset would be. I came back when Brawl was still relatively new. And we were like, what people would you like for Smash 4? And I came up with a full moveset for Toen from not Dragon Guard 3, from Dark Cloud. And I was very proud of it, but I would do it differently now. Why am I bothering with this? You don't have to do this dungeon legit when you have Murder Knot. Plus, Xenoblade 2's writing is just really bad. You know, I really like the joke they say where Mithra, her boobies are showing. And they're like, haha, wow, she really isn't wearing very many clothes. I'm like, just because you call out your shitty design decisions doesn't mean it's okay. Like, pointing out something wrong you did as a joke isn't funny. It's just, it screams of lazy writing. Yeah, that's 50 hours I'm not getting back. Oh yeah, I'm really glad that didn't pan out. Would not have enjoyed a full stream of that. Like, I'd probably have committed up to the first couple times. I doubt I would have finished the game, even if I did technically promise. Alright, go home, buddy. You did your best. Now Murder Knot has to fight. I like your bird cry. Uh-oh.
I'm about to unleash my rage.
Just like the idea of me just shooting my fucking man mucus at this Rayquaza. Cool. I'm gonna go through that legit one more time, and then we're gonna save. No, let's just get it now, because 10%'s too much to really fuck with. Which tile is it? Pixel Hunt. Yeah, it's weird how they're not playing Rayquaza's boss music, huh? Cool, so this tile would have done it. Yeah, the writing for Zeke was really fun up until Zeke joined the team, and then he became really, really boring. Yeah. Yeah, 10% was too low for me to really reliably fuck with. All I see is Rayquaza's huge throbbing head. Don't say throbbing, please. His slithering tongue. No, I think like each tile is gonna have its own chance to recruit it. It's just finding the right tile, but there's also no way you would know the tile, so it's silly. Nicolai. More like a Dickolai. Alright, no, none of the slithering, please. That was Murder Knot's last hurrah. So we're gonna go for our most famous layout to handle Western Cave. I really just gotta drop a lot of these. Actually, imagine if I did this instead. Make leader. Friend. Air trick. And just gave him a bunch of stats. Cool, so now he's gonna be amazing. Or at least he's going to be better. Let's see how Erdrick's actually looking now.
Well, we'll worry about that later, I suppose.
Murder not. Murder me not. I actually, I thought he had the tight belt, because we don't need the friend bow anymore, because Mewtwo has a 100%, well, a 99.9 recruitment chance, right? So, we don't actually need the friend bow anymore. Yeah, what's... Oh, I had more gummies, but... Oh well, who cares? So, we're gonna take our favorite layout of it's just a fuck ton of Reviver Seeds. No, I don't think it's possible for me to not get Mewtwo because it's base 99.9, and I think it still counts the level cap, so I technically have like a 110% chance to recruit him. Okay, so a bunch of fucking Reviver Seeds. A couple Max Elixirs. And some Cleanse Orbs. Okay, if I don't manage to recruit Mewtwo, you get a Xenoblade 2 100% stream. Cool. Alright, so... this is gonna be it! Well, I'd level up too much by the time I got to Mewtwo. Oh, well, I should probably fix Ike's stats then, huh? Let's go together! Check IQ. Item Master is off. Item Master is off. Zero XP. Yeah, alright, maybe. No, that's not gonna happen. It's too much. That's a silly stream bet, viewers. Yeah, Dromark and a Nightcap was the only good thing that actually came of that scene. Thank you for your sacrifice, Meowth. Like, a lot of my mutuals were like, aha, like, look, the Poppy Mage scene, it's like a 90s anime, and I'm like, cool, that doesn't make it okay. Like, I get the 90s anime nostalgia as much as anything else, but you know what game also did that really well? Xenoblade Chronicles Cross is pretty much the best mech anime of the modern era, from what I understand, so, how about instead of going for that creepy shit? It's like, you know, there's better parts of anime than just the haha, look, it's a sex joke. And that's the story of how I muted one of my mutuals, because he's really fucking annoying about that. That's annoying and sad. This is so sad. Can we get 50 likes? I hated, and I mean hated, Poppy QT. when I saw that, I think that was one of the first points that I almost quit the game, is when I saw Poppy QT. Because just regular Poppy is already one of the cutest, like, most fun designs I've seen. And then once QT came along and just made some stupid maid fetish shit, I'm like, well, this is awful. And I stopped using Tora at that point. I just replaced him with Morag. And then I saw Poppy QT Pie, and I'm like, well, I made the right choice. Yeah, I'm banking on a Switch port for Cross, because, I don't know. That definitely feels like a game I'm going to enjoy a lot more on the go. Ah! That actually scared me. I didn't expect, Nobody expects the Spanish Venomoth. Nobody can eat 50 eggs. Yeah, like, there's a difference between, like, I'm not saying all fan service or sexuality is bad. Like, you can have it, just make sure it's the point, you know? Like, I can't, like, legitimately take a lot of this shit seriously with Pyra and Mithra the way they are. They're like, oh, you're supposed to, like, actually be emotionally invested in this scene. I'm like, well, I'm not. So, I don't know. Yeah, that's what I was also saying. Like, Kill la Kill, I think handled it really well. I think Kill la Kill was overall just a really fun, good experience. God. Darlie and the Franxx looks stupid as hell, though. Everything I've seen about that one has made me think I would not enjoy that one. So yeah, call me a prude, but, you know. Yeah, I haven't watched Overlord, but it looks fun. I don't know, there's just... I don't really like anime. Let's just come out and say it right now. A lot of it is just... I don't like a lot of it. A lot of my favorite stuff is older stuff as a result. I think My Hero Academia does very well as well, even though Mineta only takes away from the show. I do... He's mostly played as a joke, and he's fortunately not been around all that much, but no scene in My Hero Academia has been improved from having Mineta in it. Only ever made worse. I'm gonna keep it real with you, 57th Prime Minister of Japan, Shinzo Abe. This is not going to improve Japan's declining birth rate. Whoa, a lot of normal types here. A lot of fucking normies here. Do you think I can... Wouldn't that have been cool? Thank God for non-trader, though. Yeah, I think that's part of it, too. Mineta is just worse in motion. It's like actually having to listen to this stupid grape diaper baby talk isn't cool or good. Yeah, no, literally nothing about Mineta is fun. Okay, I forgot about swagger being a thing, so I have to worry about that now. But I'm not confused anymore, so die! Oh, there's nothing I can do there. Like, choose monster houses or a bunch of traps. Yeah, no. If a character's sole trait is to just, like, say, haha, funny, sex joke, it's not cool or good. Sexual harassment isn't fun. People are like, oh, can't you just take a joke? And it's like, is that... Hey, speaking of My Hero Academia, funny endeavor joke. Hey. Like, Mineta doesn't have a good reason to be a hero outside of, haha, I want the women to fucking love me. It's not good. He's more likely to be a villain because he's gonna use his power to fucking, like, restrain people and date rape them. You look me dead in the eyes and tell me Mineta's sticky balls wouldn't be used to date rape someone. Uh-oh. Didn't think about that. Well, you know, my favorite comparison that someone made, Mineta is just Quagmire. And it doesn't help that his eyes kind of look like something that Seth MacFarlane would have drawn. Anyway, this is a bit of a dour topic for the finale stream, huh? Why don't we move on to something happier? Viewers, how's your cat? How's your favorite pet doing? No! Don't swallow the calcium, I needed that. I need the calcium, you bird bitch! Man, life just keeps sucking. I lost all my Ember PP, a bird drank my protein powder. Ian, I love your cat. I've never met them and I never will, but ha! Funny 69 level! But I love your fat cat to death. Oh my god, the World's Abyss in the Explorers games screwed me up so much. Because it was like another case of I never wanted to change to a Pokemon that wasn't my the starter I chose. Which means I very frequently got messed up by ground types. And let me tell you, Earth Power did not treat me kindly. This is 99 floors. What did you just do? What potential strategy could that have done? Like, okay, just all of you come at me at once. Oh, of course my guys are dumb, so it's whatever. It's like, I really want to use this move that I can't, but I also have this move that I could. What am I going to, what am I gonna do? Thumbcats are the best. It's like, hey, you don't need all those digits. You silly animal. The strategy is that they get to live. It's true. Why did I do that? I don't know why, for some reason, I had it in my mind that, because in Super Mystery Dungeon, Ember actually attacks from a distance. And I don't know why for a second I thought I was playing Super and that was gonna work. So, clumsy me. Oh no, you're covered in toxic sludge! All things considered, not too bad. Nothing particularly bad happened, I'm just covered in AIDS now. Is Latios a top or a bottom? I don't know, ask Mist. I know. They're not ever from America. Oh, I wanted him to eat that max elixir. Yeah, a lot of the Pokemon are colored weird in this game. Like, didn't we think that one Pokemon might be a shiny because like the coloration was weird? Boy, it being cloudy is fucking with the frame rate. That's bad if your 2D game has frame rate issues. Well, no, Mist, like, Mist doesn't participate sexually, but like, the walls are really thin, so she can recount everything he's ever said. Because, you know, she's just been there. She's just like, oh god, they're doing it again. About time. Alright, that was only funny to me. Because I think that line is only funny to me, which is why I edit it so much in the, ASMR Path of Radiance thing I did. Why I put so much time into editing that one line. Because it's just such... All of her lines are so terribly delivered. But, her voice actress is... I don't know, her voice is so cute that I don't care. Mist would make for an excellent, head pat. Boy, is it really only floor 22? I really feel like we've been in here longer than that. Boy, time does not fly when you aren't using Murder Knot. Yeah, Murder Knot is beyond sexuality. Perfect beings don't need to breed. No, I haven't heard Mia's voice. Is it good or bad? Is it atrocious? That's bad. I love Mia. People always talk about, Awakening being waifu emblem, but, I think, Path of Radiance is the cutest girls so far. There's a lot of them I really enjoy. I think Neffany would, I'd give her a hug. I'd ask her to destroy my thighs. What? I'm gonna stop with that. Boy, howdy. This just keeps happening.
Okay. Ike.
Team. You are the leader now. A convergence in all the fake plot lines we've made? I don't know, I kinda like each one being their own, I kinda like each one having, like, their own, like, unique plot line that we can joke around for that game. I think it's more fun that way. I'm sure there's some way we could link it all up. But, what if instead of just trying to make all of them work, we just kept making new ones? Because I think that's a lot more fun. I think out of all those, the Mother Jirachi plotline is my favorite, because that was so legitimately unexpected that I had so much fun with Mother Jirachi. What comic cross-tag battle? Can't escape from crossing fate! Can't escape from Mother Jirachi. Like, especially with, like, Murder Knot, like, I wouldn't make another Murder Knot in Sky. Because then, because at that point I'm just telling the same joke again, and that's not, telling the same joke twice isn't funny. So, like, Murdernaut's definitely not coming back in Sky. We'll have new people at that point. But that's also part of the reason why I've been enjoying the Pokemon series so much, is because there's a lot more we can, like, make up with it because it's so open like that. And that's part of the reason why I haven't really wanted to go back to, like, Donkey Kong 64 or something, because there's not much we can do with that. Who are we starting with in Sky? Trust me, I think you'll appreciate my choice. You piece of shit. So the absolute best thing that came out of Path of Radiance is getting more people to call Neffany Nefraniel. Who do I main in Comet Cross Tag Battle? I main Murdernaut. Like, I'm a bit of a tier whore, but only for Comet Cross Tag Battle. Can Munchlax be the partner in Sky? I guess that answered who it won't be, because I didn't realize that. Can't escape from sucking dick. I had no idea. Come on, my only experience with Sky is I downloaded a save file that someone else used, so I could do the special episodes for an LP, my Darkness LP I did. I can say for certain it's not Munchlax. No, the whole reason I called Neffany Nefraniel is that yeah, it was Grovyle that, like, see, because look at how weird his sprite is. It's weird. Anyway, the whole reason I call Neffany Nefraniel is I used to work at Panera, and one of my coworkers was Stephanie, and one of our coworkers kept calling her Stefraniel. So once Neffany was a thing, I kept calling her Nefraniel because it worked. Munchlax is partner only. Cool. Can't escape from sucking dick. I won't say who it is until we get there, but I think you'll be satisfied with my choice. What would the roster be for Comet Cross Tag Battle? 7th Strength Ike. Murdernaut, Mr. Chew. Desert Rose. As with Primal Rose as a palette swap. Mother Jirachi. Photoshop the clown. Yeah, 7th Strength Lad was something and a half, let me tell you. Yeah, 7th Strength Ike is like one of those characters that, like, they don't do any damage when they hit, but they hit so often that it makes up for it. It's kind of like how Sheik was top tier in the first few days of the first couple updates to Smash 4. 7th Strength Ike would be that. Hashtag.jpg Rolf. Yeah, and Ian said it right as I said it. But, like, you play as hashtag.jpg and Rolf is just, like, stuck T-posing to the side of it. Oh, were you not around for the Mother Jirachi stream? Oh, that was fun. There's gotta be some way I can, how did I get my alias? Comic Fire? I stayed home from a field trip in 7th grade because I didn't want to go, and I started making accounts on everything, so I kept slamming words together until something worked, and Comic Fire was the first one that I jammed together that wasn't taken, so lo and behold. Mother Jirachi's, oh yeah, Russian Black Knight. Oops, shit. Alright, how did that mess everything up? Boy howdy, that's freaking the bottom out, isn't it? Okay, I think that fixed it. Hit the wrong keys, which fucks everything up. Don't worry, viewers, I fixed it. Mother Jirachi was a thing that happened in Emerald when I was, we were getting all the legendaries, and so we went to Meteor Cave, and I had an encounter key that, I had a cheat that, made all encounters Jirachi. And so we had to find the Mother Jirachi, which was one that I made shiny. And, when we found the shiny one, we named it Mother Jirachi, because, you know, of course we did. But then when we got it, its name had glitched out to something else, and after I put it in my team, after a couple steps, the game crashed and restarted. So, we determined that, it was actually cursed, and that was Mother Jirachi. And it was really funny. And it was a blast to be in. And the crashing part wasn't intended, which made it even more fun. He's sleepy. Yeah, this is a good place to max out your stats. And yeah, Shiny Jirachi just looked demonic, which made it even more scary. I think Mom just put a shoe in the dryer. Could you be a deer and never do that to me again, video game? Oh yeah, Gulpin turned into a bad egg, so I had to go get a new one off screen. Yeah, Emerald was a kind of a glitchy playthrough. Man, fuck you. No, it didn't have Doom Desire at that point, but I would have screamed. And then that night, I had a nightmare about Mother Jirachi. It was just, and it was one of the actual, like, scariest nightmares I had in my entire life. Well, Emerald's still up, you just won't catch it live. I always, that's why I like doing it on YouTube, because it uploads them immediately, so people who didn't get to see it can always go back and see it. I want to see how much damage I did to that one. Oh, that's not as much as I thought it would have been. Yeah, it was very creepypasta, and it was very funny as a result. I'm not going back to the Battle Frontier. After the Battle Dome, I determined, like, the Battle Dome's probably the one that's, like, the easiest to actually finish, so... No, I have no intention of going to that. Even for, like, when I eventually play through Platinum, I have no intention of doing that one's Battle Frontier. I think you tweeted the Jirachi fanfic out, and then I retweeted it, but that might be it. Well, no, because, like, the Jirachi, like, nightmare, like, it wasn't, like, really about the Jirachi. It was just, like, one of the most, like, vividly creepy nightmares I'd ever had. And then at the end of it, like, it was, like, a really dark room, and, like, it was, like, full of, like, pulsating meat. And, like, my friend's, like, lifeless corpse was just, like, floating in midair, and I'm like... And then, like, it's Jirachi holding it with like this really fleshy, like liquidy, shiny tentacle. And it's like taunting me while it's like waving my friend's corpse about. And like towards the end, like it just shows the Jirachi, and it looks like a standard Jirachi, but it's like covered in like this gross, disgusting meat shit. And then it leaps at me, and I wake up and I scream. And it was really gross and really scary as a result, because it was overall just a really uncomfortable dream up to that point too. So when that part happened, I was very unhappy, was very unnerved. And like I'm not even describing it like as scary as it actually was. Like it was really bad. Like, I didn't used to, like, wake up from dreams and, like, emoting or anything. But, like, recently, I've been doing it a lot more. Like, last year, I dreamt, Wow, fuck you. Last year, I dreamt I was on Oni Plays. And, the whole funny scream meme is a little overdone, but I dreamt I was on Oni Plays. Why aren't you attacking? I dreamt I was on Oni Plays, and they did a really funny scream, and I remember it must have been really funny because I woke up laughing. And it was one of, like, the most purest dreams I could Boy, fuck you. One of the most purest dreams. Someone asked me if I played Star Ocean or Tales. Yeah, I played a couple Tales, and I played Star Ocean 4, and I like them. I don't know, I've been watching like the new guys that Oni plays because I just feel so bad about losing Ding Dong and Julian. But I don't know, like the Croc and Spider-Man 2 playthroughs, they're fun. Is that the best I can say for them? Yeah, but they're fun. Psychic Pebbles is a lot funnier than I thought he was, so... Yeah, because I really used to like his animation, I just, you know... I got, I think that might have been Psychic Pebbles on that one. He's better in, he's better in this one. I got so upset by Ding Dong and Julian leaving that I wrote a poem about it, and I will never share it with anyone, and that's the best you're ever going to see about it, unless you find the pen name I write under. So, there's your hunt, kids. You'll also never know it's about them. I want to ingest. No, they said they're 100% done. Julian's definitely done. Ding Dong at least said he'll be back for one more recording session. And that made me feel better, at least. So, what, are you just gonna sit there and die? I think it's Flash Fire, my dumb it.
Oh, well. It's enough of the big sadsies.
Well, like, it was always... Well, no. Let's leave that up behind. Move on to happier trails. We keep talking about depressing shit here. It's supposed to be the finale stream. It's because we all have, like, the... Like, it's ending. Now I'm sad. Is that it? It's me! You can't be me, I'm me. Why are you me? I'm me. Rename this the depressing-ass finale. It is. Yeah, that's why it feels like it's taking forever. Jeez, we keep talking about sad and other shit. Let's talk about the pulsating meat of Shadow Jirachi. Or Mother Jirachi, rather. It's me! Oh. Oh, I don't really like that he killed me. Now I feel like he could do that at any point. Oh, that's a little scary. I don't want him behind me anymore. I might send him home. Well, it doesn't help that I keep hitting PP0 traps, so none of these are going by fast. Oh, hey. Well, the Jirachi's pulsating cock. He can! I don't like that. I don't want him to kill me. Like, if anyone were to kill me, I'd rather it be a friend. But I don't want to be shot in the back by that friend. I don't want to be betrayed by the friend. I want the friend to know I have a terminal illness, and he's the one who will make sure I don't suffer because of it. It'd be your own, man. I'm gonna fucking punch you. Burn. Trust nobody, not even your Swampert. Typhlosion stepped on the sink. Typhlosion definitely feels like it would make for a very huggable Pokemon. It's probably very warm, its fur is probably incredibly soft. Jesus, like, what is this, a furry convention? I should probably just send Latios home, honestly. It's kind of annoying just to give it max revives, or max elixirs. Yiff them all! Typhlosion's one of my favorite starters. I love it a lot. I feel like hugging a Goodra is just like pornographic, though. Like, I don't know, like the whole goo thing is, I can't, shake the idea of something that gooey being, sexual to me. Because, like, I told you all about that, why is Arcanine stepping on that money so much? I told you about that unnecessarily horny picture in the, Pokemon guidebook with the muck, like, enveloping a Sandshrew, and ever since then, like, anything super gooey is just sexual to me. So, like, hugging a Goodra would just be weird. Arcanine for sure. Snakes are not slimy. I've held a snake. They are not. They're very. They're like not uncomfortably smooth. Snakes just scare me. I've talked about that in the yellow stream. Oh my god, Altaria would be such a nice Pokemon to hug. I don't remember the first time actually, no, the first time I finished a Pokemon game with a grass starter was probably like 2011 or 2012 when I finally beat Red with just a Bulbasaur. Red version with just a Bulbasaur. Because before then, like, I never tried. I got very close with the Torterra, but I didn't totally restart my file for that one, so it was just, when I wanted to go back to my other game, I had to delete that file. So not too good, but I got very close to beating Pearl with a Torterra, but I dropped my, my first starter in white version was a, Snivy, and I dropped it right when I got to Mistralton City, because, guess what? Superior isn't good. I was wondering why a yellow pixel was just moving, and I'm like, what is going on? Cool. Yeah, Torterra would be a fun Pokemon to ride. I don't want to spoil any future teams, but there is a grass starter in our midst. Pokemon would I eat? A Tauros steak would probably be delicious. And apparently Farfetch'd got overhunted because it was delicious, so I'd probably eat a Farfetch'd. It says their population's coming back, so it's fine. I beat Gold not recently, but like 2 years ago at this point now, with a... Or I started the file 2 years ago, I finished it in 2017. I beat Gold version with starting out with a fucking Meganium. Well, I started with a Chikorita. It was a Meganium by the end. Because guess what? Dual screens are very useful if you have an underleveled team. Oh yeah, Tepig is self-cooking bacon, so that would be good. Well, I don't really like fish much to begin with, so I probably wouldn't try to eat a, Magikarp. Hey, you know what, Latios? You've done your best. You can go home. That's okay. We don't need the weather band anymore. Well, more fish for you then, because I'm not sucking all of it up. Yeah, but there's something at my other pal's feet. I don't want to be selfish. Let my boy drink. I bought Ranger when it... Well, I asked my mom to buy me Ranger in 2007 because I wanted the Manaphy. So yes, I did. And I got it. I don't remember if it was a good Manaphy, or even if I still have it. I swear I do, though. But I got it, and Ranger was fun. I might have bought Ranger just for the Manaphy, but I deeply, deeply enjoyed my time with Ranger. I don't know, if Pokemon really, like, were actually real, I'd probably just stick with something like Meowth or, like, Delcatty or something. Or Skitty. Or Glameow. Because, like, you wouldn't have a whole team of 6 because you'd actually have to feed them, and then you probably wouldn't have anything, like, dangerous like a Fire type because you don't want to burn your house down. So, like, Eevee, but then you'd also have to make sure it didn't become, like, a Flareon. And be your own, man. I probably wouldn't keep a Heracross, it would, like, bully me. I'd probably have, like, a Rose Garden full of Roselia. Like, just take care of a bunch of Roselia and Roserades. No, if Pokemon were real, it'd probably be just, battling would probably be, like, cockfighting and be outlawed. Because at that point, it's just, like, it's real violence with your pets. But yeah, there would absolutely be, like, competitions to, like, grow the most beautiful Roserade or something. But then you'd also have to make sure that you weren't just abusing it because they're not just roses. Oh, Blossom Flower Garden would be nice. It'd be cool to have all the flowery Pokemon just to make a garden out of it, but then also take care of them, of course. You probably couldn't have pet Magikarps because they'd be outlawed because of the chance they might evolve into Gyarados. People would probably train Milotic up. It'd be interesting. You wouldn't get a Shaman, though. That is a mythical, after all. They're pretty rare. Well, yeah, but if like your thing evolved, you'd probably be labeled like a domestic terrorist because, yeah, it was an accident, but that's still your Pokemon that's killing a bunch of people. Can I stop missing? God, I feel like I'm playing Super again. Would we eat Pokemon? It depends. Like, if it's Pokemon mixed with, like, actual animals, we probably wouldn't eat Pokemon all that much. But if it was, like, there wouldn't be normal animals, that there would just be Pokemon, it would be, it'd be all fine. But there'd be like a lot of Pokemon that you just probably wouldn't find at all. Like, yeah, like Gibble would probably be common in... Gibble's common in Pokemon, but like you'd probably never find a Gibble or a Garchomp in real life. And even so, you wouldn't want to catch it because that thing would probably just try to kill you. Sure, why not? We don't have any Miltanks. Yeet! Well, see, then we probably would have, like, rules against capturing Pokemon because that's torturing them. I don't know, there'd be, like, a lot of weird rules. Or, like, a lot of rules we wouldn't have to think of because in games it's like, haha, they're just things. And in real life we would have to worry about, like, actually feeding them and shit. What Pokemon would be... Like, we'd probably, like, domesticate, like, Poochyena first because, like, we domesticated wolves really early on. Man. Protect is bullshit in this game, it just keeps going. Well, Lillipup would probably be a descendant of Poochyena's, because that's the closest thing we have to wolves. Or like Rockruffs. I feel like Growlithe is still a little like down the evolutionary line. I don't know, it's... We'd probably have a lot more different Pokemon in the real world. Why there's so many Pokemon? I won't deal with all these guys, they're just strengthening Lacto. A Reviver Seed was used. I'm going to eat this Blaine Seed. It'd be cool to grow like a bunch of Sunfloras, because they'd be all like happy and stuff. And they'd always be like singing and it'd be really cute. Where's our Axolotl Pokemon? It's literally Mudkip, man. I'm sorry, Flashlight Pokemon. I still maintain that we should absolutely have a Electric Dragon Dildo Rotom. Well, keep in mind, like, things like Lopunny and Gardevoir probably wouldn't look as attractive in the real world. Because a lot of these guys are cute because they're, like, cartoon stuff, but, like, a Miltank would just look like a cow. So, you know. Boy, howdy, we're almost there. This has been a really fun series. Overall, I had a very, very good time with Mystery Dungeon Blue Rescue Team. A better time than I thought I would have, too. Like, I expected some of this to be a little more difficult than it ended up being. So being able to actually do a lot of the stuff that I was never able to do before was, yeah, but they're outliers and they shouldn't be counted, Flaming Hero. I had a very good time, and I hope you all did too. So, I mean, now it's time to start, saying our farewells, because the end is pretty much here. It simultaneously feels like it's been so long, and yet so short. So, first things first, tactics, go the fuck away. Tactics, go the fuck away. It was me. I did it. I'm a bad boy. And down I come. I've secluded myself here in suspended anime. I'm Attack on Titan Season 3. Yeah, I'm gonna save state just in case, because I am legitimately afraid this isn't gonna work. Come at me, big boy. Oh, that was fast. Alright! We did it! That's the end! That's all the legendaries in the game! Made for me! Perfect! Nice note, me. I should have named him Ligma. Well, he's Mewtwo, so he's Despacito too. Alright, so that's that. We got all of them. It's well, first let's see if Munchlax popped up. Wouldn't that be a cool way to end it? I don't know actually where Munchlax pops up here, so... Let's take a look-see. We're not recruiting all of them. We got all the legendaries, so... I'm more than content. We got close to pretty much all this stuff too, but it's some stupid bullshit. I don't think there's some I don't think we can actually do on the emulator, like rescue a friend or something, so all things considered, I'm satisfied, and this is the end of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Blue Rescue Team. I hope you had a wonderful time. It took 35 hours. Though a lot of it was sped up and some of it was cheated, yeah. I'll do this all legit on my own time one day, because I do want to do some of this stuff without the extra aid that I was given through Rapid EXP cheats. I'll grind my way to victory one day. But, and I'll take a picture once that happens. So, that's that. There are some things I didn't show off, like finishing all the Makuhita dojos, but it's all just silly grinding in the end. I didn't show off getting Lucario rank, but there's gonna be... I mean, I'm gonna be doing Sky, and that one I'm probably more likely gonna be doing better there as well, so hope you all enjoyed. Next Saturday won't be the return of Persona Q because I don't want to start that back up when I'm not going to have any streams at all the following week because I'm going on vacation. So we'll find something else fun to do on Saturday, so I hope you all enjoyed. And I hope you all enjoy what comes next. Thank you so very much for joining. Have a wonderful Saturday night.